Hello guys, today is September 21st, 2025, and I said that I would do a video about the darkness. I made a drawing about hammering darkness, and so I made a post where I said the darkness is coming. and but there is a little problem. The problem is that I do things. I make a drawing of what happens 4 days before it happens, and here's the thing: I do this all the time, and it's like the only reason why my things are not spreading for those that are seeing what I'm doing is because every single one is basically normalizing what I do unintuitively, like unintentionally, for whatever reason. It is normalized what I do. That okay, yeah, but it's not normal. It's not normal at all to be able to make a drawing of the future. Like I made a drawing of the murder scene of 4 days before the death of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, whom is Casey, right? Just like me, I'm also Casey. So we have Casey there, but we also have Casey here, right? Let me put it there on my neck. So I made my drawing. I made the drawing of the murder of Casey 4 days before it happened, and I am Casey, just so you know. And there is a problem with a lack of realization about the significance. Because why? Because it gets it's boring to me to what is this comparable to? I can compare this to having a discussion with some animals at the zoo, or I go to and I sit and talk to chickens or something, and they say papa 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 papa, and what should I say? It's really I said some time back that what is the purpose of life? Well, it really looks like the purpose of life is to not admit what I do. Do not encourage me. That really seems like the purpose when I do these things. I've been doing it for a long time. This kind of it took a long time for me to learn how to do this, to kind of get the ins and outs of this world. Or I don't know, I can't say that I know everything about this world. No, I don't. But it's like I know things, and you see, and here is Charlie. Here was Charlie Kirk, right? And I'm here, and now I'm saying that there's a darkness coming, and why like I have things to present. I do, but at the same time why should I talk about that? You know, why should I? You know what I mean? It's really clear to me that I'm not reaching out to you. Like if you are listening here to what I'm doing, then basically what is going on, you know? Because yeah, okay, as I said, I'll not repeat myself too much, but there is a normalizing thing going on. There is a normalizing, some kind of, you know, because what if you didn't normalize what I do? What if you didn't normalize it? Well, I mean, that's also the reason why I do drawings. I will continue to do these drawings so that it is clear. And, you know, now I made a drawing on September 20, September 16th, right? We have this one. Hammering Darkness is what it's called. And in this video, I'm just here to tell you that I'm still, I still see it this way, and that this is what, so this is what I expect to talk about very soon in a way that I'll talk about the world stage and a darkness that is something that should be in the world news, something like that, right? There is a big thing here with darkness, okay? Something big. And I'll talk about that maybe later. I don't know. Today I didn't feel up to doing this video about darkness, really, because of the fact that my previous drawing, which it's not only the murder scene of Charlie Kirk, but it also ties together to other things. Like the same day you had a disaster in Mexico. How do you say? A gas truck exploding, um, killing 30 people, 100 people, or something like that were hurt. And it also ties together to this. This can also be seen as a vehicle, this cube. So, yeah, indeed, like the cube that Charlie Kirk was in could also be seen as the cube of a vehicle. And but it's still this, you don't get away from this this scary person here standing as you see the shooter here. You don't get away from the fact that this is here, and yeah, and it fits so well to the shooting, you know. So people discuss on the internet what really happened here, like what really happened here, and there are a lot of theories, and in this massive amount of theories of what actually happened, um, some of them must be wrong, you know what I mean? And what I'm telling you is that wait, I'll just remove this one for a while. I don't know how to explain this, because it's like I already lost our communication, and it seems like that to me, because it's so unrealistic how I am able to do this, and like no one notices what I'm doing. It's just freaking absurd. And I mean, yeah, like one or two notices it, but then it stops, because again the entire um, environment here is not realistic. um, it is not realistic, and as I've been saying, it's all about consciousness to me, like, and when it comes to that, are anyone conscious at all? That I'm not saying that as a as something hateful or anything like that. I'm saying it as this is not realistic. This response here is not realistic. I'm the way that I'm doing this, and the way um, that it is ignored is really definitely not realistic, because at least I would imagine that people have dignity of thought, whatever. I'll not talk about it too much. Maybe I'm wrong, it's all it's all an echo chamber, maybe it's all an echo chamber, with groups in their echo chambers. No one can talk to anyone else, because it's all echo chambers of their own political views and opinions. So yeah, like basically it's impossible to talk about anything. Like, it's impossible to tell you that an apple falls down from a tree, something like that. It's impossible. You can't talk about anything. Nothing is able to spread. And as I said earlier, it's almost like the purpose of life is to not admit what I do. That is the purpose of life. That is the meaning of life. Do not admit what I do. Something like that, I'm serious. So because why? I do drawing after drawing after drawing, which tells the story about the news that will occur in the world. And sure, maybe if I did one of them correct, then yeah, like, but I'm doing all of them correct. I'm just after each other, it just connects. and and so people people check theories on internet, and they forget about the fact that I painted this, and it's not a fluke. It's not a fluke that I'm painting this. It's not that I just happen to paint it. No, I do it all the time. There is actually something. It's like I have um uh I have an edge when it comes to this. Do you get it? I have an upper hand when it comes to this. You get it? I literally have that. And and still people uh, people allow themselves to fall into these thoughts of resonance, thoughts of there is a conspiracy. Who knows, like, exactly how that is, um but most importantly, what is happening here is something that it's like from um, it's like I feel that I'm involved in the consequences. Do you get it? I feel that I am partly responsible for these things. Do you get it? Because of the fact that yes, I am indeed KC. This is me, okay? And and my last name is Carlsson. Etymology Charles. Okay, so you can see that. Yeah, it's everywhere that it is like it's on my books that you see Carlson there on my books. So it is kind of it is unrealistic that this information is not reaching out, and it really begs the question: is conscious real? Does anyone think? Does anyone feel? Or is it like, sure, and if that's the case, yes, I'm having a discussion with myself, and that's all. It's only it's only that, and that's, I mean, yeah. Anyhow, I would say that I talk to people here, and I would say that there is a denial about what's going on, because if you wouldn't deny it, it would be traumatical. It would also bring light to this, to a new kind of, as I said earlier, a kind of unsafety, because how can this be done? Like, as I'm saying, I'm doing this consciously. I'm aware about what I'm doing. I'm like thinking about what I do when I paint this, and then I know that it's going to be like potent what I do, and then we see it in the world news. This is how it is all the time, okay? And let's repeat again. I'm KC. I'm Carlsson, etymology Charles. Yeah, connection to Charlie. Just reminding you about the fact of what's going on here. And what you see here is the cube, where you see Charlie. And I did this 4 days before then it happened. And again, this should have been a video about darkness, because I do have things to say, but I don't feel good about talking. I don't feel that it's meaningful to talk about the darkness. I don't think I have to talk about it. I can just tell you that I think the darkness is about to proceed, and that's all. It's not meaningful for me to talk further. I could tell you some things, and I think I will do that when in a while later, but right now, no. I mean, again, what is the purpose? Who am I talking to at all? Considering these circumstances, who is there? Who are you? You know, and yeah. And okay, let's talk more about this. So maybe denial is the reason why this is not admitted, okay? And if that's the case, because yeah, I don't feel encouraged to go further and talk about new logic and patterns. I don't really feel right now to do that. So yeah, as I said, denial, because this is what I'm doing here. It feels unfair. Like what I'm doing is not. It doesn't feel fair that Like who gave me the right to do this, you know? Who gave me the right to do a drawing like this? You didn't say that this is okay, you know? This is not something that maybe you support. That I mean, you it's not something that you say, oh, I would like someone to just draw something, and that's going to happen, you know. It doesn't feel stable, and so because of the fact that it doesn't feel stable, I mean, it's going to be dismissed, right? Um, yeah, uh, because cognitive dissonance, basically, the cognitive dissonance, it is not harmonious. There will be a conflict in the mind. The mind will have a conflict, and this conflict will be solved by deeming what I say to be untrue, even if it's true. No, you will not see it that way. And so, but still, I'm here to just say one last time that yes, I mean, uh, this should have been a video about darkness, but we're not really there. I mean, I don't feel like talking about it right now. But thinking of something more. Um, yeah, yeah, whatever, guys. I think I'll just end this video probably. Yeah, it's really tough on me to the fact that I realize that when it comes to my life, there's really nothing that I can do that is so when it comes to the fact that I'm able to do miracles, even if it's horrific, it is a miracle, but it is horrific, okay? I can do miracles, okay? But what were I going to say? Yeah, but I realize that it is there is actually nothing I can do that will ever suffice. I mean, there's nothing ever that I can do that is going to make anyone pleased in what I do. And I realize that because of the fact that I can do these things. I realize that whatever I'm going to do here, it's never going to suffice. Yeah, that's how it is. And what's my option here? My option is simply to continue to what I do here. And um, and yeah, that's it, you know. And that would mean that there must be darkness now, right? Otherwise, I am wrong, and I don't think so. I definitely don't. I don't think so. Okay. So let's see what happens. So yeah. See you guys another time. Bye bye.